Let me see. I have the Fire Emblem trailer up. Okay. Why does it feel so quick? Okay. So yeah, the first lore drop. I got spoiled. I mean, it wasn't spoiled, but it was. Apparently, we're in Dagda. We're in the Dagdan Empire. I thought we were in Brigid, which is in the south of here. I don't know. We haven't seen this whole map. So first off, we're just gonna take in this. Can I do any higher quality? Okay. Look at that. So yeah, Brigid. Petra is from Brigid. Is that here? Am I stupid? On the right side. Is my mouse showing up? Okay. I don't know. Electra. That's very interesting. But Dagda. Fucking Shamir is from Dagda. I should probably have some faces up here so we know who we're talking about. But that's gonna be way too complicated for now. So Shamir, she is one of the kind of teacher characters in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and she's a mercenary, and she leaves. Well, she's from Dagda originally. That's all I remember. That's all I remember about Dagda. Whereas I really thought we were going to be in Brigid. Okay.
This is the Dagdan Empire, a prosperous land ruled by the gods. The capital, Daxian, plays host to the heroic games, the winner of which is granted one wish.
Oh.
Powerful fighters from across the land have gathered to participate.
Who's that? Wait. We got a green and a blue red, or green and a red. Can I speak? We have a green and a red knight.
Have gathered to participate.
I was thinking about that the other day. Okay. Okay. We should probably watch this and then we can go back. Let's just just take it in before we start doing analyses on everything.
The story revolves around 4 heroes.
Okay. Kai.
Determined to win the games to save his imprisoned father. Dietrich, a swordsman ever on the hunt for a stronger foe. Theodora, a queen
Girl.
to fulfill the long-held dream of her homeland. And Lita.
Oh, why her tits out too? I'm sorry. Why are her tits out like that?
Whichever character you choose.
Whichever character. 5 more years of 3M of Three Houses discourse has dropped. There are now 4 houses. There are now officially 4 houses. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. We need to.
Between matches, you can strengthen your forces in different ways.
Fight in the first.
Techniques at the training ground.
Oh, interesting. You get like a time limit as far as like turn limit.
Recruit new allies.
It's a very specific type of green hair.
Or travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain experience.
There was some map. I need to go back to that too. No level 20 cap. Level 23. Okay, so we're doing 3 houses leveling. Ooh.
Combat takes the form of turn-based tactical.
Ursula. It's Marianne's ancestor! I know that hair color anywhere. Ursula. She has the crest of the... I'm covering it up. She has the crest of the beast. If you look down there in the bottom left corner, I'm still covering it up. Point is, she has the crest of the beast. This is fucking Marianne's ancestor, dude.
Weapons range. And your unit's strengths on the battlefield.
Who? Sirocco? No, that's a move.
Your weapons
Who's this? Sorry. Ursula, cool. I love you already.
unit's strengths.
Okay, you're just some shaman. Shaman? Like a dark magic? I really want the weapon, the magic triangle to come back. But I don't know if they will. Shaman. Have we had shamans in this game before? Probably. Because when I think, yeah, shaman was the dark magic in the GBA games, right? Interesting. Thunder, though. That's...
Battlefield.
Wait, what's he saying? Sorry.
The form of turn-based tactical battles.
Okay.
Consider your weapons range.
Yeah.
And your unit's strengths on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Plus, each of the 4 main characters comes with their own special techniques.
Okay. What the hell?
By using these techniques to the fullest, might turn the tide.
Oh my god.
Rejoice with me at the advent of the underworld.
Hello?
Look upon the promised one.
Do you hear that? Oh wait, that was Sothis talking just now. This soundtrack is coming straight from, I mean, we knew it was going to be a sequel of some sort, a prequel sequel, whatever the fuck you want to call it, of Three Houses. But just the fact that we have the soundtrack coming back is awesome.
Rejoice with me at the advent of the underworld.
The promised one. Who will route you here and guide the living to
Who the
salvation.
fuck?
How did it feel to upheave the world? Begone from us, the darkest.
What? Give us, what are you saying? September 17th. Is, okay. I feel like we were just getting into it and then, and then we're ending the trailer. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay. I kind of glossed over some of the, turn that shit up a smidge. You're being so selfish right now. Is it the quality or the brightness? I turned it to 720. I don't know how much my rig can handle it. That's why I don't want to, like, you know, have this super high quality trailer, but then it's lagging or some shit, you know, my stream. The volume, I don't know, it was the volume, my bad. The reason is I don't have my OBS open. Like it's minimized when I'm streaming because I don't like looking at my OBS shit. So you gotta let me know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the volume. You know, what's happening in my ears is not what's happening on the stream. Because I have it how I like it on my ears.
The Dagdan Empire, a prosperous land ruled by the gods.
Okay.
The capital.
Wait. We're gonna go back to here. I just want to see what kind of names we got. So this is Fire Emblem. Yeah, this is Fire Emblem. Okay, so this is probably where we're mainly taking place, is in this little archipelago, whatever island. I mean, there's 4, right? It seems to be, the whole thing is we're in this Dagdan Empire. It's very Colosseum. It's very, you know, fighting for honor. They said to them, like, if you win the tournament, you can get a wish from the king or whoever he is. So it's very like Romanesque, I want to say. Hope you get to explore a lot. There seemed to be a little bit, I kind of glossed over that section. We'll play it again when we get there. But, okay, so what I really wanted to do, sorry, I was looking at all these names, if I recognize anything. I thought that was Tellius for a second. Chiron, interesting. Yeah, but I am curious. We saw a little bit of like map exploration and like, okay, you can go places, but I didn't pay attention. Was that like the world map? Probably. I feel like they wouldn't, I mean, they would, but I was gonna say, I feel like they wouldn't give us all this map and say you can't go anywhere. You're stuck in the city. So I think there is going to be a little bit of like going places. I think what
The capital, Daxian, place
the capital. Okay.
host to the heroic games, the winner of which is granted one wish. Powerful fighters from across the land have
The winner of the tournament is granted one wish. It's very vague. Obviously, well, not obviously maybe, but I'm expecting this dude to be a dragon of some sort. It just makes sense with the fucking ears, you know. There is something mystical about it. But how is he related to Sothis? Because we know Sothis is here. So, like, how? She's the progenitor god. Is he one of the children? Like Saros was? Like Rhea? I mean, he doesn't really have the green hair, though. There was somebody in the trailer who did have green hair, though.
granted one wish.
We're going to pause on that character when we
Powerful
get to them.
fighters from across the land have gathered to participate.
Okay. Quickly, I want to go back. Well, not go back, but Fire Emblem archetypes. So most of the games have like an archetype of like established in the very, you know, the first game with Marth and, you know, all that stuff. There's kind of like a role that a lot of characters have, similarities between each game. So there's the Jagan, who is an old, you know, a character who is old in the game, and so they start off very strong, but then as you progress through the levels and the game, they like kind of get weaker over time because your other characters that you recruit are stronger than they are. So that's a Jagan archetype. Cain and Abel is the one I wanted to look at. Cain and Abel are, here's what the wiki says. Appearance-wise, Cain and Abel archetype is marked by a pair of units who are clad in red and green outfits. Cain's have a more serious personality while Abel's are more laid back. Not mutually exclusive. Cain's wear red while Abel's wear green. Green, red. I mean, I'm very excited because I like that. I'm trying to think of who, I'm looking at the wiki because I wanted to see if anybody had, I don't think there was one for Three Houses. Sure, there's some weird archetype. Anyways, there's some tenuous archetypes here in this list. All that was just because I saw the green and the red here. I'm very excited to have a green and a red knight back because we haven't had them in a long time. It's fine.
The story revolves around 4 heroes.
Okay, 4 heroes. Dietrich looks like a straight up Castlevania villain. I don't love Theodora's skin tone, but I do love that there is like some darkness to these skin tones. You know, there is a little bit of shade. Obviously Dietrich is pale as shit, but we're presuming at this point that Dietrich is related to Mercedes and Yuritsa, so they're very pale also. Makes sense. I'm curious if they're all like officially dagged in, all these characters. And then we have the fact that Shamir is from Dagda and she's like pale as fuck. So I don't know what happened in the time span between this game and Three Houses, but like these people seem to be dark skinned. I don't know what happened with Shamir. Is she not from Dagda really? She's just lying about that? I don't know. What I was gonna say is they're talking about it right now in the voiceover part, but they're saying something about you get to choose, you know, there's 4 protagonists and it sounds like they're mutually exclusive. I don't know if that's true or not. But then again, we really haven't seen them on each other's squads, so maybe they are mutually exclusive paths. Which is why I was joking, like it's another 5 years of discourse. Goddamn, Theodora's, I love her outfit. Her outfit is crazy. It's just her skin tone is a little bit like, I don't know. I would have liked her to be a bit like dark, not just like the appearance of dark, if that makes sense. The shadow of darkness. And then, sorry to pick on the ladies here, but like, why are her Leda? Why are her tits out like that? I don't know if it was always like that and I just missed it, but this specific art is very telling of like, oh, her bobbies are just her out there. I like Kai's outfit. You know, Kai's gonna be an interesting one. He has some sort of magic power, which is cool. He's like a lancer, but also magic. A lot of lances actually. Theodora also uses a lance. Dietrich uses a sword. She's probably magic, being based on the fact that she's like some sort of bard. So no axes. I love a lance wielder though, so I'm glad we have a couple choices for lances. You know, Ephraim was one of my favorite lords, just because he was different and had a lance. Same with Hector. I loved him for having an axe. And now we have, you know, we've breaking the mold of like having sword lords. We can, you know, it's becoming more and more common for other weapons to be our character's main weapon, which is cool.
Kai, a young boy determined to win the games to save his imprisoned father. Dietrich, a swordsman ever on the hunt for a stronger foe. Theodora, a queen seeking to fulfill the long-held dream of her homeland. And Leda, a musician with her sights set on revenge.
Just based on that, like, who do you go for? Who would you pick as your first playthrough, you know? I think Kai, I feel like Kai is going to be set up as the traditional, you should pick him first. just because, you know, it's very standard fanfare of like, okay, he's fighting to save his father or something, you know, something like that. Theodora, who is already a queen, established queen apparently. I feel like Dietrich is going to be for all those, you know, a certain type of people who love that look. Because it sounds like he just, you know, I need some more emotional beats, or like, you know, who is he as a person? Because all they said is like he's looking for a fight. He's gonna fight. Like, okay, I don't really care about that. Lita, you know, that's pretty cool. I love that. Out for revenge, you know, that's a cool. And also just the fact that she's like a bard character. I'm really curious to see how she plays. She's probably just gonna be like a mage, standard mage lord, but yeah, like I said, just first impressions, I think honestly kind of Theodora Lita. But also I'm not afraid, but like I wonder if there is going to be some sort of parallel between Theodora and Edelgard. I wonder if she's a descendant to Edelgard, ancestor of Edelgard, sorry. Not just because they're both, you know, the lords of their, whatever, of their, you know, she's already established as a queen. Edelgard is the emperor, whatever. Now, I'm not saying because of that, but because like the heraldry, the face, the hair color, I don't know, something about it. I just do wonder if there's some sort of lineage going on there, because again, we know that some of these characters are related. Like Dietrich is related to Yuritsa and Mercedes, like I said. I don't know if Kai is related to anybody, or Leda. You know, I don't really get the vibe. Honestly, I kind of see Claude in Leda, but then like when you think about it geographically, how the fuck did you know, like this is the western half of the map is Leda, and then Claude is from the eastern half. So I don't know. Obviously Claude is multiracial, so like he could, you know, maybe Leda being a traveling bard, she like wandered the land, whatever. There is some precedent for it, but it's also like, I don't know, the Almiran characters, I kind of, and Bridget character, well, Bridget maybe less so. Some of these characters, I think, okay, there really isn't going to be a precedent for ancestors because of where they're located in the world. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
Guide whichever character.
Wait, sorry. Yeah, guide whichever characters. So people have pointed out this glass lady in the first trailer. They're like Ignatz. I can see it. I don't know. Interesting dude he act here. I don't know what's going on with this Star Child. It's a lot of like children in this group. I don't know. It's not really selling me on like I want to play as Kai's group. I mean, I will play every group. Obviously, I'm going to play every group. But again, for a first playthrough,
Whichever character you choose to victory, as they weave their.
Wait, sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on the screen and then what they're talking about.
Sights set on revenge. Guide whichever character you choose to victory.
Guide whichever character you choose to victory. So yeah, that is telling me there's 4 paths. There are 4 different playthroughs to play. At least. There might be like 5, you know, who knows. But there's for sure at least 4 playthroughs. This character looks interesting. Is this one on the left? Okay. Just another red-haired character, I guess. I was gonna say, like, didn't we just see a little redhead child on Kai's team also? But this one's got a darker complexion, obviously.
As they weave their own.
Okay, you can kind of see her tits showing out. Sorry, I don't want to focus on that, but I'm also like, normally, you know, with the little cloak, whatever, the scarf, the shawl, whatever she's got going on, it looks nice. And then you see her character art, and her tits are just out. So it was distracting because like, I didn't know you were hiding all that. But it's because like the 3D model, or whatever, apparently it just covers it better. You know, I'm not trying to focus on that, but like it is something I do. It's weird.
They weave their own.
I like this character. He's got like one eye, it looks like. Obviously there's some sort of burn mark or whatever covering it, but it's like squinting also, so I don't know. She's kind of cool looking. Yeah, I'm really kind of leaning towards Lita here. The Ashley looks gotta go though. Yeah, I don't. Okay, we'll go back to the four of them. Like for the two on the left, Lita and Kai, it looks more like okay, they're just kind of brown. On Theodora, it's like yeah, okay. Can you just like be black? I don't. But I still love her. Her character design is fine. It's just yeah, it's the skin tone that it's kind of weird. So yeah, they have time. Just color correct. Come on, Nintendo. Come on, Intelligent Systems. Just fucking color correct some of these people. You could do it. I'm trying to see if there's other characters we can recognize. Any ancestors. I don't know. I do love this traveling whatever. Lita's group is very visually distinct. You know, like these are all okay. I don't know these characters, but I want to. Whereas with Kai's group that they showed here, I'm like, eh. I mean, I do want to know them, but like, I don't know. This the redhead child is like whatever. And then with oh, this is technically Lita's group too. So I was gonna say these two are kind of like also, but they're part of her group. So I just praised the fact that they look cool.
As they weave their own unique tale. Passed to me.
They weave their own unique tale, and here's Dietrich and Kai talking to each other. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to fight each other. The legacy of my forebears passed to me in Fodland. A blade to smite the gods. Fodland mentioned.
Between matches, you can strengthen your forces in different.
Okay, what the? Like, what is this, dude? What are the? I don't know. There is something questionable going on with Theodora's group. Wherever Theodora is from, it is kind of weird. They really need to fix whatever's going on with her and her people. But even on the first watch through, I'm like, who is this fucking this pirate ass looking motherfucker? I don't know. Skin color aside, what is going on with him? I don't know that I like it.
Forces in different ways.
Wait, what did they say about forces?
To me, between matches, you can strengthen your forces in different ways.
Okay. Okay, so begin free time. You have 172 turns of whatever the fuck you want to do. So they're probably going to have, you know, a monastery phase, to put it in perspective, where you can go do activities or whatever. It's going to take down your turns of your free time. And then your goal is to fight in the first match. At first glance, I was like, you have 172 turns left until you lose the level. But it sounds more like, okay, you have free time. You can use up however 172 turns of it. And then you will go into the battle map for the level.
Hone your techniques at the training grounds.
Wait, sorry, I should look at this UI actually. Location Daxian. Ooh. So that implies that, sorry, I'm covering it a little bit, but behind me it says location Daxian, which is the capital they're in. So that means it implies that there will be other hubs or at least other outposts or something, you know. Yes, you obviously in all the Fire Emblem games, you fight in different places, right? You fight, even though you don't like to explore it or anything, you get to see little snippets of it in a battle map. But this is implying that, yes, there will be like another location, at least one, another location to like actually walk around in. His fit, yeah. What else can we glean from this? 7 out of 20, maybe that's the date and the year. 1449, I wonder what that is. Is that a year? No, because that's in the future. Because the Fodland timeline is like 1180. That's the year, so this can't be a year. Switch 2, yes, Switch 2 exclusive. So we're gonna have to get a Switch 2. I was really hoping they'd announce a bundle, but it's not looking like they have one, so I'm gonna have to buy a Switch 2. Saturday. Okay. You're getting a Switch 2 for this game? Hell yeah! Push your brows. Don't. You know how supportive I was of you for getting a PS5 and you treat me like this on the day of my birthday. No, it's not my birthday. Okay, you can dash. There's like a mini map. Okay. Wait. Who is going to? No, you, because why wouldn't you make it for Switch 1 also? Well, Switch 1 is old now. like I'm not saying it's out of date or anything, but you know we can argue about the capitalism aspect of this, right? Of making a new game and planned obsolescence and all that shit. Fine, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, they have new system. You know, they made a new system. They made new graphics. They made new hardware that can handle better things. It's the same reason why God of War Lao Fei is going to be PS5 only. You know, it's yes, they tried to make it PS4 back compatible, and you know, try to, for those people who have PS4s and only have PS4s and not a PS5, but eventually you're going to have to get a PS5. It's just like, that's the better hardware. That's the thing that can handle a better game, a stronger, you know, gameplay experience. So same thing with Switch 2. It's just like, you know, yes, it's been out for like probably almost a year now, I want to say. So like, yeah, we can't keep making it for Switch 1. We got to make it Switch 2 exclusive. Ultand, something about her feels familiar, but I don't know why. Mounted training. Ooh, it's not fair. I know, spending money. I know. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Well, I gotta do it. I don't know about you. I'm buying a Switch too. Mounted training. Okay. So there's lances. There seems to be battalions again with this flag. Is that supposed to be a horse? It looks like a unicorn, but I'm guessing it's just like some sort of horse. And then there's Pegasus, obviously, always a flying. Okay, and then what are these? It's like an ostrich, emu. What's that thing called? I had it and then it slipped away again. I don't know, but it's not prehistoric because I think they exist still. Like a Cossack? Is that the right word? I don't think it's the right word. A cassowary? 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 A cassowary. Yeah. Cassowary. Fantasy equivalent, probably. But that's interesting. There's no horses. It's cassowaries. He's learned combat arts are coming back, obviously.
I'm figuring it out.
I'm figuring it out. Okay, who... So this is the green-haired... Look at her crest. This is why we did it. Look at that crest. Crest of Ceros. Let me see that. Oh, wait, that's not Ceros. That is. It is? Is it? Is that Albin? Who's... Let me see those crests. Albert. Who? I'm so happy that I called out the crest of the beast, though, because I did recognize that. It is Albin. It's totally Albin. Okay. It's hard to... Wait. Kai has the crest of Albin? Spoilers. Wait, okay. They've already updated the wiki, apparently. Interesting. So far, Kai is the only one they have name dropped in this wiki. Even though, okay, yeah. Because Crest of the Beast, it only has Marion and the Wandering Beast, so yeah. Obviously. Dietrich has Lamine's crest. Okay, we knew that. Aubin. A-U-B-I-N. That's the crest of Aubin. Which is really weird because, okay. I mean, it's not weird because that's what they do in sequels usually, is like they canonize DLC from the previous game. So I like that. But it's so obviously, like, she has the green hair from Ceros and all those dragon people and the green eyes. You would think it's a crest of Ceros or something, but then it's Albin, who is one of the four apostles, like lost lore basically. I don't know. I'm very intrigued now though. And it's Leda again. It's fucking Leda. However you say her name. So like, at this point, I'm like 90% sure that she's gonna be my first playthrough. Especially because like, I played Claude's Path the first game in Three Houses. Their vibe, it feels like she has that sinister, you know, something's beneath the surface. And I don't know.
Recruit new allies.
Nine.
Or travel.
Okay, here's the map. So yeah, it seems like this is a fucking complex map though. Like, I'm sure it's simple once you understand it, but there's a lot more to this map than I would think. It's like a Mario Party map. Like, go here, you know, move 2 spaces, and then you can get to the airdrop or whatever the fuck. And there's like wandering enemies, maybe? Okay, what's he saying about the map?
Or travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain experience.
Okay. Travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain experience. What happened? He's got a B in swords and a B in standing. I don't know. There's like a sneaker symbol. I don't know if I'm covering it up. I don't know what that means. Obviously, we can see level 23, which means there isn't a level 20 cap, which means that's going to use, again, obviously, we're going to use 3 houses leveling system of you can go to 100 if you really want to.
How you spend your free time.
Okay. Wait, Alexandra. I don't know. These kind of, like Alexandra looks kind of cool. I wonder if she's not quite the same pink as Hilda, but I wonder if she's related to Goneril somehow. And then there's this blonde bitch, Dimitri. I don't know.
Free time is up to you.
Free time is up to you. Interesting. There's like some dungeon thing. This reminds me of, there was like a dungeon crawling mechanic, like overworld kind of exploring mechanic to Echoes of Valencia, Fire Emblem Shadows, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valencia, however you say it. It was a remake of FE4 or something like that, 3. And so that was like their big innovation was having stuff like this. So this reminds me of that a little bit. You can like explore caves and stuff, loot chests. It wasn't like super, open world or anything, but there was a little bit of exploration. And like, if you want to, here you go, dungeon diving for a little bit. Feral Keen, a slender magic sword imbued with dark power, allows use of the prune combat art. It's crazy. Prune. Curse stat. Wait a minute. What the hell is that? That's a new stat. I've never seen curse stat in Fire Emblem before. MT is might. That's like your attack damage. Hit is your hit percentage, hit chance. Crit is critical, obviously. Weight, WT. That's how heavy it is. It affects how fast you can attack. Like if you can attack twice in a turn or whatever. Avoid, and then range. I'd never heard of curse. So what the fuck is that? What the fuck is a curse stat? And also skill, sword, and axe, but it's a sword? I don't know. What's going on with that?
Combat takes the form of turn.
Oh, they showing this blue-haired girl again. And she's part of Dietrich's team? Damn. And so is Ursula here. This is Marianne's ancestor, quite obviously. We see in a second she has the crest of the beast. She is related to fucking Marianne. So I was really like, yes, I'm going to play this path. Whatever she is, I want to play with her. And then they have this teal-haired girl also, which they have, I don't want to say strategically, but like she is like a sleeper hit fan favorite right now of like, who the fuck is this teal-haired girl? Because she keeps showing up. And she's a lance user. I love lance users, I've said. So Dietrich, you're kind of winning me over a little bit. You got like an axe person up here too. I don't know. Maybe I gotta play you Dietrich's team.
Turn-based tactical battles.
Combat arts. Oh, she's an archer. That's right. Yeah, again, I'm covering it. She has the crest of the beast here. I like they have goes first, goes last.
Consider your weapon's range and your unit's strengths on the.
Wait.
And your unit's strengths.
I thought it said Argonian soldier, but it's Aragonian soldier. Okay. Sirocco. No, his name is Sirocco. Okay. I was thinking Sirocco is like fire or something. I've heard it in reference to that before. But no, that's his actual name. Okay, he's using thunder. So Sirocco is the name. He's part of Latest team. We just saw her like very briefly in the background somewhere here.
Battlefield. Plus, each of the 4 main characters comes with their own special techniques.
Ooh, wait. I saw they have like different flags in it on the left here. So there's the rose. Oh, I wonder if that's to signify what team they're on. Yeah, maybe that's what signifies what team you're on. She has like some red thing here. Let's see if that matches up with Dietrich. Theodora has this sphinx. I'm assuming that's a sphinx or a griffin. Lita has the rose. Wait. Lita has the rose. Dietrich has this horse. Who the fuck? who's this red thing then? Because we just saw Dietrich, so his is the horse. So what does this mean? What is this? I'm covering it up. I'm so sorry, but like, I also can't get it all the way. What is this red thing? Maybe I go this way. I'm assuming that I thought that was the crest, or not the crest, but like, you know, the coat of arms for like what team that you're playing with. But then, you know, his matches up. He's on Lita's team. It matches up with her little, you know, the rose thing right here. We see Theodora has the griffin. Kai has this blue thing. So I would think Dietrich, because we'd seen Ursula with Dietrich. And now Dietrich has this horse instead. Interesting.
By using these techniques to the fullest, you might turn the tide of battle.
I am very excited for this. And then this is just more like
Rejoice with me
narrative, whatever's
at
going
the
on here.
advent of the underworld.
The advent of the underworld. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what to like think about. Is this the an onset of like the fallen beasts or whatever they're called? Fell beasts?
Promised one.
Who the hell is this? She's a bad guy, maybe? I don't know. Have this part and upload to YouTube? I might.
Route you here
I might.
and guide the living.
And who's this angel person? My first thought was, okay, this is probably like the whoever this fucker Dionysus. I don't know what his name is. At first thought I was like, okay, it's probably him in like his holy form or whatever, or he's clout, you know, he's shrouded to hide his identity. I don't know, because we don't see. It could be. Listen, I might. He is very white though. Look at his skin. His skin is poking through, so it could be this dude. No, he's kind of tan though. He's not like pale white like this dude. I mean, but maybe it's just a lighting thing. Is this a fucking like a cyclops? Girl. And you're defending her. I thought she was the bad guy. So who the hell is this woman? Because this is not the same woman as this one, who is quite obviously an antagonist. The hell?
How did it feel to upheave the world?
She's got an axe. I've never seen so. I mean, it's fine.
Be gone from us. The darkest dark.
The darkest dark. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm very excited. Anything in the comments? Y'all joked about it, but we actually got Fire Emblem 4 houses. Yeah. 7 more years of 3 houses discords. Let's go. Shabir stocks go through the roof. Please. Yeah. Bring back the dungeon crawl and elements of Shadows of Valencia. I told you. I told you. I'm on that same wavelength. Everyone's suddenly going to be a lot more interested in Shamir's supports. No, not really. Like the thing with Shamir and like her talking about Dagda is that it never came across like this is where she's from. You know, I feel like so much of her character is that I don't care about where I'm from. You know, I'm a wanderer. I'm from nowhere, but like if you really want to know where I'm from, I'm from Dagda. You know, just the supports that I remember, it's like it's that vibe for her character, but also there really is no information about, you know, oh, back when I was in Dagda, this is how the culture was like. There's none of that there. So I'm not like going back just to listen to Shamir Sports or anything.